Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Here we go. Set. 60 or. Switch up. Hey, echo.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
On the set. Topper!
On 2nd and 15 now. Young. Johnson's got it complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On now is the Packers punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Go. 51. Come on, the ball. Go.
They begin with a run by Smith. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, lock it. Jim. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Go. Hey, Delta.
Going to give this time to the tailback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
You draw forfeit.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Tight dog. Rock it. Check 13. Deuce. Sponge. No. Yep. Hey.
Now they try the right side here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Watch the run. 36. Check. Check 3.
I'll go.
58, right over there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Young. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A first down carry for Smith. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Yes. Go get him. Go. Ready.
On 2nd and 7, Young. And an alley to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Squeeze. Slam. He's coming.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now he'll go deep down the middle, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Down. 60 yards. Hey, Wahoo! Look at me. Zipper. Go.
Young on 3rd down. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's
into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Ready to break. Pilot, 64, weak.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 25.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Charlie. Snap.
To throw, Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey!
51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm coming.
3rd and long for Young. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 26. Ran, done.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
I got you.
1st and 10 at the 50.
18.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Trubisky now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Got it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Hey, team 6, sit by.
To throw again on second down. Young looking for his running back, and he's got him. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. It's Young on first down. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Bilal Nichols make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Turn it on. 180. I'm scared. I got double time. Double time. 4 down.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now Trubisky to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. Eluding the pressure right. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey. 22 Jack Bomber, 22 snap.
Here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Check 15, check 15. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go. 51, Mike 51.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Bears 24, Packers 2.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back. Line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
180. Red, up. Blue.
They go play action with Trubisky. Complete. It's Johnson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that'll set him back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. They run. This is Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 17 yards out. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
31, Packers 2.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They keep it with Smith on 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check, 66, bullet,
Looking to throw. Fields. Looking in zone for Joe. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
Makes the score Bears 31, Packers 9.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop it? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. On second down now, it's Cohen, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They try again with Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 31-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, a run with Cohen. Into the secondary again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 31 yards, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Bears 38, Packers 9.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch the edge.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got double tight. Double.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. Hey, pick your game up. Go. Smell shit. Bravo. Bring her, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
And to give this time to the tailback. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Check. Crunch.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a handoff looking right. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Well, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Yeah. Coming practice. They going to need some therapy after this. Show it up. Hey. Hold.
On 4th down, Fields. It's caught here by Adams. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Alert.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent.
Who did things largely below the radar? Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky flushed out right. He'll try and run it. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Chicago, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.